It's going to set you right. How about that? Hello, Miss Laura. You're muted.
Hi, Laura
Hi
Johnson from
there.
South Carolina, tuning in to learn and grow.
Awesome, awesome. Welcome. So we're still waiting on some people to get in here. So if you guys have some your teammates, you want to connect with them, have them to get on. You have some realtors or some individuals that we need to collaborate with, get them on as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, good evening. As you're coming in, make sure you have something to write with and write on or write on and take some copious notes. The information you're going to receive will definitely add some digits to your pockets if you apply it. How about that? Awesome. Hello, Mr. Freddie.
How you doing, Sabrina?
Wonderful, wonderful. And yourself?
Good, good, good.
Good, good. Hmm. Excuse me. Waiting for a few more people to get on in here. There we go. Excuse me. Good evening, everyone. How's it going? As you're in the middle of eating your dinner, I see, make sure you get your notepads, your pens, your tablets, whatever you need to take some notes tonight. This information is going to increase anything that you needed to increase. How about that? Is whether it's your mind, your pocket, or your relationship. How about that? But let's get your teammates in here. Let's get those individuals that are that are realtors or anyone in that sphere, so that we can get them in our collaboration, so that we can get things moving, not only for them but for us as well.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Sabrina, Carla, for hosting. I appreciate you guys. We're going to go ahead and get this show on the road here. Make sure we start the recording for production.
Recording in progress.
All right, and we're live. So, guys, definitely want to say welcome to tonight's edition of the collaboration call. And this is Samuel Bean. I am president and founder of the Foresight family, as well as the VP of sales for the Build organization. And tonight, you're going to get a chance to talk about collaborating with professionals. And this is our automated cash flow model for business professionals that a lot of people fall in love with. And it's something that people really get excited about hearing, because a lot of people are out there looking for different ways to diversify. Okay? A lot of people are looking for different ways to impact their bottom lines, bring new income streams in. And when they see something that's unique and creative and innovative like this, they kind of get excited. And so you'll see some of the reasons here tonight why people are coming on board. So let me get rid of that and go here. All right. So start off by talking about how to build your own economy. Replaceable economy, supplemental economy, it doesn't matter. But you'll do it with our plug and profit done for you model. There are some people who are out there who are extremely busy professionals. We have people who we work with who are celebrities, athletes, people who have multiple companies. And those individuals have a network, and they have affluence, and they have leverage. And what they do is they point in our direction. And when they do that, those people come here, we work with them directly. We do all the heavy lifting for those individuals who have influence. We do the work and they get the money. Okay. So we're going to show you guys our blueprinting system, or how we can get a person to a six-figure income without them having to recruit, okay, or without them having to go out there and be in competition with what they already do for a living. Okay. And then we're going to introduce our home essential service professionals to multiple streams of income and lifestyle membership that we have here now. So, as I stated, the BYLD Network is an international company, and when you look at what BYLD really is, down to the core, it's a new and innovative business brokerage. And I like to say a business model where professionals shop for opportunities and careers. Okay. You can actually develop multiple streams of income by referring your clients, as I mentioned earlier, to our high ticket products and services in our ecosystem. And you can also make a six-figure side income, on a very, very part-time basis without recruiting, but doing it through your existing client base. And so right now we're in the midst of the gig economy. You got a lot of people who are out there who are going back to work, and that's sad. To see a person go out of business, an independent contractor or entrepreneur shut down or have to go back to the workforce. It's almost like a pastor who, preaches part-time and works full-time because he can't afford to work pastor full-time. And so, we want to pull people out of the Ubers, we want to pull people from the Door Dashes and all these other things that they're doing for extra income and really put some solid, serious income, in their pockets without them having to take that extra time away from their families and the things that they actually love. So when you look at this screen, guys, it's littered with billion-dollar corporations and people who are extremely successful. And one of the things these people have in common is they've all collaborated at some point in time. And right now, as you see, I've paired them up with the people who they partnered with, where they made the biggest impact. And a lot of people who don't get to these levels, it's because they have an ego. And that's why I tell people all the time, look, once you take a look at what we have. If you don't do this, it's because you are betting on your ecosystem over my ecosystem, and you really can't win like that. You can succeed in what you do, but that growth, and taking that next step, that next leap in business and also in life, as you said earlier, guys, again, you're leaning on your own understanding as opposed to being open to new ideas. Okay. So why partner with Bill, guys? A lot of really good reasons here. As you can see, you can read them off with me here. One, you're going to be able to expand in all 50 states and international territories. So you got a lot of people who are here in Texas with me, in Houston specifically, and their business is regional. Okay. I'm going to show them how to take their business outside of Houston, outside of Texas, and outside of the United States of America as well. You'll be able to diversify your ecosystem and open up more sales opportunities, kind of like Apple did after they launched the Mac. They when people fell in love with the Mac, they came back and they bought, the iPhone, iTunes, iPen, iTV, iWatch, iEverything, and that's in that ecosystem. And so now you're going to basically inherit, a category of services and products by big brands that you get a chance to boast of, and that's going to increase the value of your brand to your clients. They won't see you the same after doing business with us. Okay. Revenue for retirement and crowdfunding projects. My wife and I, we've done very, very well in a lot of different situations. We made seven figures in three different industries, three different spaces. And a lot of the time, guys, the money that we used to invest in those arenas, in those spaces, was revenue that we used from a subscription-based crowdfunding. And I'll show you how to do some subscription-based crowdfunding here. Revenue, high ticket sales offset your seasonally low months. I have people who have seasons where they're not making any money. As a matter of fact, all my tax professionals and accountants, they actually go back to their corporate jobs after April 15th or after April 30th. Whenever tax season is over, they're going back to what they do for a real living. Okay. And so this is going to put them in a position where they're going to be able to make money off their existing client base, as well as make money going forward, where they may be able to have options at a different career, choice or path and direction. Okay. 100% transparency through your private partner portal, and you're going to maintain your day-to-day without being disrupted. As if you have to stop 100% of everything you're doing and disrupt everything that you're doing to make money with us, I would suggest you not to do that. So Who's your target audience, guys? You guys are very, very successful individuals. That's why you've been invited here, right? And your past, present, and future client base is your most optimal sales lead resource base because these are the people who are falling in love with you. These are the people who you have grown close to. Some of these people you consider your friends, or they consider themselves very, very close to you. They invite you out to stuff. They want to do business with you on all levels, and they even refer people to you, right? But they trust you, they know you, and they like you, and therefore they will continue to do business with you. And so when you look at our HOA program, and I'm not talking about our homeowners association, our homeowner affiliate program, it pays anywhere from $100, $250, all the way up to $1,000 just for referrals. So they don't have to just do it from the kindness of their heart. Guys, they can do it because it pays them to. So when I look at collaboration over competition, this is very, very key. You have a lot of big companies out there, and in the real estate industry, to be specific, in the real estate industry, you have Century 21 versus Remax. You have, EXP versus LPT. You got all these different companies who are out there trying to one up each other. And I'm gonna just tell you right now, guys, there's a lot of money out there. There's no need to have a scarcity mentality, but the money comes a lot faster and more abundantly when you collaborate and work together. As we have people who are here and one real estate company who have now built a network of people who they've networked with over the years in other real estate companies. They don't have to leave their companies. But what happens is, let's say you have somebody like Julie, who's a real estate broker, right? She has maybe 500 customers over the years, and clients over the years. And then she comes on and she partners with somebody like Tila. And Tila brings an organization of let's say a network of clients who she's done business with, maybe 1,000 people, 200 people, 300. It doesn't matter. Julie's network now has just expanded, right? So even though Julie is a business professional at her real estate company and Tila is the same in hers, Julie in sort of a way has become Tila's broker, right? So now she has access to override everything Tila does through her organization, through her network in this company. Okay, so when you look at the facts, guys, home essential professionals can partner with professionals from all industries. But I can tell you, when you look at the actual demographic that's targeted the most by everybody who sells anything is homeowners. Okay, it's also estimated that nearly 1 million global companies cater to homeowners. Period. And when you look at another fact that's interesting to me, it's estimated that approximately 150 distinct industries and sub-industries cater to homeowners. And so you look at here, you have realtors, roofers, plumbers, landscapers, mortgage people, insurance people. I even have some business people who are on here who own carpet companies, people who I see that are on here who own insurance agencies. There's some people, one of my guys right here who's a roofer on here as well. So you have people who, when you talk to them about, this opportunity, about this program, guys, they want to go out there and diversify. They want to have an opportunity to go back and talk to all of the people who they've done business with in the past and let them know that now I have a new ecosystem. Now I have new products and services to offer you. And now, guys, you can say for every person that you have in your Rolodex that you've done business with in the past, you now have the ability to make three, four, and five, additional streams of income through that one point of distribution, to that through that one access point, right? Through that one customer. It's like one-stop shopping. They're going to get this stuff from somebody. They may as well get it from somebody who they know, they like, and that they trust. So when you look at what can they get through you guys, first of all, they can become, people who have more efficient, faster, more powerful, let's just say Wi-Fi at this moment. Okay. And so we partner with a company called Zeta. And now, we're selling their Wi-Fi 7 mesh router systems. And I'm gonna just tell you guys, I myself personally, I have it in my home, just like most of our services I have in my home. I have a very smart home. But before then, I had horrible internet, right? 5,000 square foot home, horrible internet. And I would have to kick my kids off the internet just so I can do a Zoom or something like that. Now, it doesn't matter. Guys, like right now, as we speak, my kids are, one is in the living room watching the NFL kickoff, and one is upstairs with his friends playing Madden. and I'm still here with you with no interruptions. So it's been 7 years, guys, since I've been in this house. This is the first time I've ever had high-speed internet, but we have that, and we offering it. We're offering it to you and offering it to your clients. But anytime you sell one of those boxes, you're making anywhere from $125 to $300, right? And so, and there are some other things on the back end that we'll talk about later. There's our alkaline hydration water filtration system, that Rain H2O company. That company was founded basically 30 years ago, and it's the company that brought alkaline water to North America. Right, our systems are a lot less expensive, but higher quality than most of the companies that machines that are out there on the market, and our commissions are 4 and 5 times larger than those competitors. We pay you anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 per machine. Okay, but then you have this solar, residential solar, which is through our Freedom Forever and partnership through Encore. The average commission is $6,000 to $10,000 per referral. Right, ADT alarm systems, $400 to $700 a system. Okay, then you have bill trading education that's coming this month, where you'll actually have the opportunity to create a recession-proof skill, a skill that nobody can ever take away from you, and put yourself in a position where now you can not only learn trading, how to trade, but you can also follow the trades live with the trainers as they train in multiple categories, whether it be futures, whether it be crypto, whether it be, commodities, it doesn't matter, right? You get a chance to train with them and also trade live with them. So that's coming. That's one of the things that people are, they can't wait, right? Then you have the internet air through AT&T and fiber through Frontier, $150 to $300 per line. Okay, Brinks security again, same thing with ADT, and then you have two things that I really love and really appreciate when it comes to the wealth creation. Our Smart Money Club is the financial solution for a lot of people who are out there. You got a lot of academic geniuses out there who are financial and economical morons, and I don't say that to degrade anybody, but I grew up poor and I had to learn about money. And the only way I learned about money was being around people who were extremely rich and wealthy, people who had my answers and not my problems. And this Smart Money Club is filled with people who are going to teach you and your people about personal and business credit, about how to take your insurance portfolios and use it as an investment tool, how to go out there and put in your business structures and stuff like that. There's so many different things that it's going to do, guys. Also, on top of that, you'll have AI, compute, blockchain, education, all kind of other things that we have coming on board, as well as in the future, our real estate courses and things like that. So, again, very huge. And then last but not least, on this page, because we do have other services, the Aventi Travel Vacation Club, guys. This is one of the most remarkable vacation companies that I've ever been in, yeah, and I've ever had access to. We are not travel agents. This vacation club allows us to travel for business or for pleasure. I would say 4 and 5 star locations, right? For 2 and 3 star prices, and even our clients, because I have family members who are not business partners of mine, right? But they have the $29 a month membership, which gives them access to all of the discounts that I actually have. And on top of that, all of us, the members as well as our customers, they all get a vacation free every year on their anniversary, right? So that's a real big deal, guys. We work hard and we travel harder here. So that's something that I really and truly, even regardless of what you do today, make sure you give that a test trial, because we have trial runs on that. All right. And just going back, let me see here. There we go. Dreamscapes, guys. These are our curated, prepackaged at 4 and 5 star destinations that comes with the discount. Like, we already get the discounts on our stays, but these are trips that are already prepackaged. These are trips that are already ready to go, and we have over 3,000 of those locations, right? And so you actually can do different trips. You can just pull it up and say, "Hey, I want to," and see what they got available in Costa Rica, see what they got available in Cancun, Jamaica, Caribbeans, whatever it is, Africa, whatever. And They have trips, India, all over the world, guys, Dubai, all over the world. So again, you don't just get the discounts, guys. You get some real good opportunities to go out there and do some amazing things. So let me show you how a system actually works. When I say plug and profit, that's exactly what I mean, right? So collaboration flow process starts with you launching your new business brokerage, right? Even though you are in business, again, for yourself, creating a new stream of income, you're not in business by yourself. You're going to start the six-figure plug and profit strategy by piquing interest and getting the bills or getting a person's interest and setting the appointment, right? When I say pique interest, you just go back to the people who you've actually done business with and let them know you just open up a water division, or you just open up a solar division, or you just open up an internet division, or you just, whatever it is, guys, you just open up a travel division. I know a lot of you, my real estate agents on here love to travel. I actually know some traveling nurses, right? Again, people love to travel, but whatever it is that you want to focus on, you let them know that they have access to those services through you. When they say, okay, yeah, what happens is you take the information, you plug that lead into the actual system, and you track that transaction through that portal until it's complete. That lead is going to be picked up by one of our experts. They're going to go through the whole entire product or service, and they're going to explain it, go through the Q&A, and make sure the person's qualified. Okay, and then, like I said, after experts educate your clients and hand it off to the project managers to completion, you actually get paid 100%, of the commission after they do 100% of the work, and that money goes directly to your bank via ACH. Okay, so that's our process. That's our flow. Okay? And I'll just give you an example for the solar, because solar is hot, solar is big. A lot of people are finding out that they're already paying for solar, even though they don't have it on their roof, because they're paying for the solar farms that the utility companies are building. But we have a real estate agent, that's over in Miami. This real estate agent works for ESP, right? EXP Realty. Went back to one of his customers and let him know that he was now representing a solar company. That real estate, I mean, that past customer in this actual home was paying $410 a month. They sat down with our professional. They showed them how they can now drop it down to $290 a month, never to increase, and one day to go away, and they'll own their solar system, the thing that creates the energy in their house, just like they own the house, right? And so when I say win-win situation, guys, it is a win-win situation. It was an $8,200 commission on that deal. And the person who was a professional, the mentor, they made $4,100. The person who was a referrer, the EXP real estate agent, that individual made $4,100 as well. So for one phone call that turned into a lead, I'm not saying 100% you're going to have a 100% hit rate, but what I'm saying is that one phone call from a past client and a relationship that was already established yielded $4,100. And now that person is not just, having solar installed on their roof, they're having other things, that we sell as well. So leverage is your superpower here, guys. 2 hours a week equals six figures a year. Okay, 2 hours a week equals six figures a year. Okay. When you look at goal number one, 2 hours of calls a week. Okay. I'm not saying go in and have a call day like you do every day, with what you do for a living. What I'm saying is take 35, 45 minutes, a day, maybe. And if that much, make some phone calls, go through your past logs, right? Go through your account receivables and payables and look at who you've done business with in the past. Let them know what you're focusing on or what you want us to focus on your behalf. Okay. And in 2 hours of phone calls per week, you set 2 to 5 appointments, right? We do those appointments here. We close at least 3 deals per month. And, when you look at the average, like I said, with a 50-50 split, the average deal is about $3,500 per person. So 3 deals on solar is 10 grand a month. All right. And anything else that we actually sell, guys, again, it's a whole lot easier to sell. So if you're doing 30 to 45 minutes of phone calls a day, just like, in passing on your free time, you're getting way more than 2 to 5 appointments, and you're closing way more than 3 deals a month. Okay. And so six figures a year is a cinch for most people who are professionals. Okay. So when you look at the industry that I'm excited about right now, Zeta is one that I'm being introduced to. Not an expert in it, don't have to be to make a fortune in it, right? But what I see, what I'm understanding right now is that Zeta is sitting at the intersection of four major industries. We're talking about trillion-dollar industries, okay? At $10 trillion opportunity, starting with telecommunications at $3 trillion, then cloud computing at 1.4 trillion, 1.3 trillion with artificial intelligence, aka AI, and then the 3.5 trillion with Web3, which is the internet, the third edition of it, and blockchain and crypto, which you guys are seeing is becoming a real big thing. It's not just something that your friends are pitching, it's something that the government is backing, right? So, what we've done to put ourselves in position to take full advantage of that is this, and this is my baby, by the way. This is fastly becoming the flagship service of the company. We're taking the Wi-Fi 7 mesh routers that I talked about earlier, and that router now is going to take, let's just say, your internet, which let's say this, 95% of the people who have internet, they're operating at about 32 to 35% of what they're actually paying for. It's almost like buying a bag of potato chips and opening the bag and seeing it's only 50% there. Okay. But the difference between potato chips and this Wi-Fi service, your internet guys, is that when you get this Wi-Fi router, that's a one-time purchase, right? In order for you to get a full bag of chips, you got to buy another one, and then another one, and then another one. So, but it's a great system. So that lays the foundation. Now, that box, however, again, in phase two, we will have AI edge nodes, and which is our supercomputers, NPU processing, AI compute, CPU, 4 terabytes of storage. A lot of really good things are going to be happening from this one right here. But this is the thing that's going to allow uh, people at home and people at their offices to now offload all of their personal data. Okay? I'm talking about when I say personal security, personal data. When you look at all the data centers that are out there that are getting hacked, like when you look at, 16 billion passwords were stolen from, platforms like Facebook, Instagram, all these YouTubes, LinkedIn, guys. And you say, well, it's not 16 billion people out there. Well, this is what happens when they hacked it. Guys, remember, they got multiple accounts per person. And when you look at those multiple accounts, guys, that's a lot of people have 5, 10, 15, 20, different social media platforms and accounts. So they got those passwords, right? For those people. But this is going to allow you to download and offload rather all of your things that you have on social media, that you have on Google Drive, that you have on Dropbox, that you have on all these different platforms out there. These internet companies that want you to download your photos and video. That's going to be stored in the comfort of your own home now, right? But it's also going to make your internet even faster, right? So again, because now again, so it's just basically it's right there in the same house. So when you do transactions, or when you go out there and you send emails, or you have actions that you do on your computer, it doesn't take that long because it doesn't have to go out to the data center and then come back. The data center is right there under your roof, so the time is quick, right? Then you have the XG wireless repeater that goes on a person's roof. My grandmother, could actually install it because it doesn't take nails, just takes a ladder and a clip, right? But that's not just any, wireless repeater. That wireless repeater has 5 different radios in it, and it transmits in 360 degrees in all different directions, up to a kilometer away from house to house, from house to business, and vice versa. So that's going to build a network, a spider web of connections, if you will, that's now going to allow it, once we get the density or the market penetration of 5%, in that region, allow that region to actually now have its own ISP. So now you don't even have to worry about the internet provider that you have. The internet provider that we become in that region is now going to give you internet at a fraction of the cost, maybe half, if not two-thirds off. But get this, because you're using the system, guys, you're a part of that network, they're going to pay you to do that as well. And so that's a conversation for another day. But When is the last time you got paid to use your internet? Okay. And think about how many business owners and family and friends have internet at home that would like to get paid, right, to have internet. And the last thing before I hit the slide is the humanitarian side of it. Two-thirds of school age children don't have access to internet, guys. And this is one of the reasons why the owner created this product. Okay. And so I'm get back and get way more information I'm giving you right now on this service and on this product, guys, because it's a lot more to it than I can do justice right now. Okay. But when you look at where we're at right now, the the crypto side of it, when I talk about the earning capacity of it, you see a lot of companies that are out there like Bitcoin, a lot of like crypto that's out there like Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these things that people are mining. Well, when you're using, like I said earlier, when you're using the actual system, you're basically mining, the coin, the token, for the native token for this company. All right. Now, the residual income subscription-based business that we're helping you build, guys. When you think about that, you want to go into the minds of people who have huge subscription-based companies. Okay? When you look at what happened with COVID, when COVID kicked in, you had 30,000 companies close down in the US, 2 million people go home. And when they went home without income, right? And so you had some people. Basically, they went home and they clicked on that clicks and shield. Yeah, some wives that were out there, women who were at home, they had the Amazon truck show up to their house every day, right? Because you got the Amazon Prime membership. Disney and Fortnite babysitted your kids, and for those of you who still had work, you did it on Zoom. Either way, what you were doing as a part of somebody's subscription, right? And companies figured out real fast that even those billion-dollar corporations out there don't have as much control as they thought they once did of the things that they don't know is coming, like COVID or like something that can trigger a recession in the economy, like a presidency change or something like that. Okay. So for me, my wife and I, we went home, right, and to stay. We had a coffee company that we built, right? And we already had over $50,000 in income coming in, and that income increased $15,000 to $20,000 a month because our sales increased, and people could no longer go to Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts and stuff like that. They had to buy more of our coffee. We made way more money, right? And so we did better during the recession than we did before it, right? Because of subscriptions. And so I just want to share with you that's again from application, not theory. I'm not selling you something that somebody sold me. I'm telling you that I've been on purpose when it comes to residual income forever, and I want to make sure you guys, really wrap your mind around that. And so when you look at the residual income and the subscription-based income that's centered around our membership, all those things that I just showed you, they all come with our membership. Okay. So when you actually start to refer your people, those people you're calling 30 minutes a day, right? 40 minutes a day, 2 hours a week, 8 hours a month, and all of a sudden we're doing the presentations for you, but those memberships are coming on the books. You get 12 members, guys, and we'll show you how to structure those members in your system. That's $250 a month extra. Okay. 36 members is $700 a month extra. That's a car note for some people. Think about a lot of you who are successful. I see somebody we joke about growing up together who reached out to me, my guy Archie, and we both come from neighborhoods where $700 a month means something to somebody. Okay, $1,500 a month, 80 referrals to memberships. And remember, these people who are coming in as referrals, guys, as subscribers, for our memberships, they don't all have to be your members. Remember, when I said Julie brought on, Tila, two different real estate agents, two different real estate companies, right? Every subscriber that Tila brings on is also in Julie's network, right? So she's helping Julie build her residual income and vice versa. We're teaching Tila how to build hers. Okay? The magic number here, though, this is the thing I want you guys to see. At 480 members, right? At 480 subscriptions, okay? That's $8,000 a month, guys. That's a six-figure annual income. Think about sitting back, relaxing, and having $8,000 a month coming in while you do what you do for a living, while you have your career that you love, while you have your job, your business that you love. It doesn't matter. But $8,000 is coming in. And oh, by the way, you are now an owner. You have a contract that says that regardless of what happens going forward, this book of business is yours because you've reached the broker 8,000 pinnacle, right? And what you can do now is you can just, kick back and relax and let that ride, or you can go out there and do more and make more. As you can see, yeah, you can make up to $500,000 a month. My mentor, and for some of you, some people on here hadn't made $500,000 a year, and I get it. So it's probably a little bit more for you to believe, but let me share with you the person who helped me make, right at when I say a sneeze from eight figures. um, he did that. He did $1 million a month. He was one of the first people to do it. And he was the person that made people in the industry of direct sales network marketing believe that anybody can make $1 million a month. Okay? And so remember, I told you it's about association. It's about who you're hanging out with, who you're playing golf with, who you're bowling with, who you're traveling with, right? Who you're gossiping with. Okay. If they're not gossiping about making it, $100,000 on a part-time basis, $100,000 as a side gig, $100,000 for showing up, $20,000 a month extra hit. Guys, upgrade the people who you're associating, conversating with. Okay, because it's happening, and it's happening with or without us. Okay, so but it's time to collaborate as always. And these are the questions that you really want to ask yourself because you're the ones that have to answer them and actually live with the answers that you give yourself. Right? What did you like best about what you saw today? Okay. Was it the subscription-based income? Was it you being able to plug people in and we do the work? What was it? The ecosystem that boasts a lot of different products and services that you can believe in and that your people can get behind. What was it? Right? For me, it's leverage and residuals. Okay. But what is it for you? Can you see a financial benefit for yourself? Right? If you have a magic number, guys, regardless of what you saw on the screen, if you have a magic number, let us know what the magic number is, and we'll show you. We'll sit down and have a game plan session with you. No obligations, no credit cards, are required, and we'll show you how to get to that number. Okay, is this a real value for homeowners and your clients? Do you think that after you sold them a car, sold them a house, sold them some insurance, cleaned their carpet, do you think that what we actually have can represent your brand as well? Okay, keep in mind the company that you saw were top five companies there. Okay, what would compel you to collaborate with us? What is that one thing that says, you know what, if I don't do this, I'm probably going to regret it. Okay, what's making you say, you know what, let's have this conversation. Let me go ahead and get started. Let me go ahead and plug and profit. Let me go ahead and get on board. Okay, let me give you the credit card. Let me put $199 on it right now. And let me go ahead and just launch this system because I don't want to miss this moment, right? Oh, but that 199, guys, that's it. Again, I don't know what you're expecting, but it's we don't want to make money off of charging you a lot of money just to get started. We want to make money off of helping you make more money. Okay, that's what this is all about, guys. That's what collaborations are. True collaborations are win-win situations. Okay. But that 199 is going to get you a launch consultation with your senior partner so you'll know everything from start to finish. It's going to get you a game plan session, basically. Right. Going to set up your partner portal for your leads entry. Going to access your travel club and your free annual vacation. Okay. You're going to access your smart money club benefits. Collaborate with four and pay no more. So the $99 a month, guys, that's the actual subscription amount, which is what those residual subscription incomes were based off of, right? But when you bring on four, you don't have to pay the $99 anymore. Like I literally got started with my 199 just like you will. And I never paid $99 because in my first 30 days, I went through my phone numbers and I talked to all my past clients, just like I'm suggesting you to do. And I had over 32, I think 32 or 33 people get started with me in the first 30 days. So I've never paid the $99, right? But this is the other thing though, even though you don't pay the $99, guys, when you talk about tax breaks, when you look at this thing, guys, this is probably one of the most Um, well, I don't even know. I don't even know a word for it. But when you look at when people look at this, it's a no-brainer for them when it comes to them needing tax deductions, guys. This thing is riddled with tax deductions. Traveling, remember, tax deduction when you travel, whether it's for business or pleasure, right? Having the intent to do business, guys. Whether you refer any of this stuff to anybody, right? Any of it to anybody, you can still write this thing off as a taxation. Okay. And so this is a huge situation for a lot of people. But Zeta, at this moment, guys, Zeta is half price. The promotion actually expires and changes on September the 5th. So on the 6th, it'll go from 675, which is where it's at right now, and it'll go to 999.99. Right, just at $1,000 basically. Okay, so that's going to happen within a day or two. So take your in-house certifications, and that's if you're going to actually sell solar or sell water or something like that. We have some certifications, and those are in-house. Nothing federal or government. And then access your support chat and communities. We'll show you where you can get 100% of the answers. Access to customer benefits and unique scripts. Okay, and the major bonus here is the drip CRM, which is $97 a month, as we're going to waive that. We charge everybody else that $97 a month. And that drip CRM, you can also download all of your contacts onto it, right? And you can do business off of that drip CRM. Plus, it's AI capable and it has a lot of other nice, neat things to it as well. So again, that's our um, big bonus for you. And then access your builders VIP lounge for elite education, guys. We have elite trainers and training programs that we give our builders that we don't give everybody else access to. So okay, with that being said, I'll end with this. Uh, I'm one of the partners, right? The CEO is Winston Navarro, serial entrepreneur, as you can see, and this guy's did well over $1.3 billion in sales and business and various projects, merchant processing, e-commerce. As a matter of fact, he has one of his old merchant account relationships coming on board too. So within the next, I would say this last quarter, we'll be launching our merchant account campaign. So you'll be able to offer merchant accounts to business owners, right? JC Rangel is the bill president, 24 years of experience in business, retired his mother by the age of 29 years old, earned his first $1 million by 30. And again, he was in the solar company at over 2,100 solar installs from 20 to 2023. So he's the reason why we actually launched the company with solar to begin with. Okay. And then myself, again, Army veteran, yeah, just so many years in business, 30 years of business, telling my age there, 7 figures in 3 different industries, guys. And all I do is love on people. I have this goal right now, and I'll end with this, is, Project 10,000, help 10,000 families earn $5,000 a month over the next 2 to 5 years. And, they'll be using this platform. I don't know what's happening with the government. I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody can predict the future, and you can't predict, what somebody else is going to do. But the one thing that you can predict is when you have residual income, you can't predict how much money you're going to make. And if you have to leave the country and go to another country, guess what's going to follow you? Your residual income. So that's why I want to make sure that's not the only reason, but it's one of the reasons why I want 10,000 people earning $5,000 a month of residual income. Okay. So with that being said, guys, get back with the person that invited you here, guys. Let's make sure that we get all your questions answered. And let's look at every scenario that we can so you can make an educated decision and hopefully one that leads you to working with us. So enjoy your evening, guys. And again, as I stated earlier, um, don't let your ecosystem override, an ecosystem. Okay. So take care. Good night.
Recording